Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make these Belizean Poda Buns. You guys, where were you when the news came? Where were you? I was in my nightgown, sitting on the couch, talking to my mother-in-law, and then Cess called and said, "Did you hear? It was just called by CNN." I'm like, thank you, God. Welcome to the Bare Pantry Show. If you want to learn how to cook in simple steps and have your dishes come out great the first time, then you're in the right place. Learn to make restaurant-style meals, comfort foods, and authentic Belizean dishes from basic ingredients. Look guys, I made this celebratory platter yesterday, Friday, November the 6th, because I thought the news was going to come down yesterday because AP, as the Associated Press, was already calling this race for Biden, right? I trust the AP because that's what we learned when I took television and radio broadcasting in college. They're like, you can trust the AP, they bring the correct news. But still we waited to hear, the TV say it. I think CNN probably said it first. I don't know because my friend Cess called and told me, did you hear? And she heard it at CNN. So we're going to set this aside to do a mukbang when Joshua gets up. And I don't know when you're going to see that mukbang. But right now what I want to make for you guys today is my celebratory powder bun. Alright, this is from my book right here, Beans and Rice, Volume 2. I'm doing the light powder bun. Light doesn't mean it's healthier for you. It just means that the cake is a little bit lighter than the one that doesn't have eggs, because eggs make it light. All right, so this is 4 cups of all-purpose flour that I have right here in this bowl, and then a cup and a half of granulated white sugar. We're gonna do 4 tablespoons of baking powder, and I know this looks huge, so if you're Belizean, you're like, oh, my mom used to make that, but she used a teaspoon. Your mom probably used a teaspoon like this, one to stir the coffee. And see, I have a small one. When you dish up a heaping of this for baking powder, it works out to be pretty much a tablespoon, okay? So it's not the wrong recipe. This is what I learned from Catherine's. And then a teaspoon of cinnamon, ground cinnamon. I don't have any vanilla, so that's out. 2 eggs. This is salted butter, so I'm not gonna put salt, but if you're not using salted butter, put half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of salt. And I'm gonna be using 10 ounces of lactose-free milk. Why? Because I'm lactose intolerant. So let's get started. If you've been a follower of the show for some time, you may have picked up this book from Amazon, or you may have picked up this book directly from me. They're basically the same book, except for this one, the spine is different, and it has color pictures on the inside, and I collected all the profits off of the sale of this book. This book, however, that's being sold by Amazon and my ex-distributor, I don't make any money from it. So I want you guys to not pick up that book anymore and only pick up this one directly from me. The information is listed below every one of my videos on how you can purchase, all right? So let's add the sugar. We're going to add all the dry ingredients first, and the sugar is going to be a dry ingredient today because sometimes sugar can be a wet ingredient. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Set this aside, and let me show you guys something. Ever since the shutdown, I bought this from Spartan Final, and I bought a second one because we don't know what's going to happen next. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's put the cinnamon. I don't want to put too much because that was heaping. And then I'm not going to put the raisins yet. I'm going to add some raisins in a little bit. So let's go ahead and just kind of work this in. Now, I'm going to do a recipe with this really soon, and I'm going to do like a half recipe because if I don't make this on the weekend, it's too much for me and Joe to eat during the week. Sometimes you just want like one and not have to eat it every day, right? Cut the butter in, and the butter has to be room temperature. It's the best way. And you can actually, let me get a fork and beat up the egg. And by the way, guys, this is a tradition in my mom's side of the family's household. Whenever it rains in Belize, which there's a lot of rain going on in Belize right now, a lot of flooding, so pray for Belize, okay? But whenever it rains, the first rain that comes down, my grandmother would say, I want powder bun and chicken soup. Well, I don't have any chicken soup today, but I'm going to make the powder bun, all right? So work the egg in. And remember, if you don't want to do the egg, you can leave the egg out, but then you're going to have to put more milk. Just check my book. I have the 2 recipes in my book. Let's get this worked in. I have about 10 ounces. In the book, it calls for evaporated milk, okay? But I'm doing lactose free. And I'm going to take you guys outside to show you all that rain that's coming down. in a little bit when it starts again. We had thunder and lightning. Oh, you guys, let me tell you, I am so excited that we have a brand new administration, that Joe Biden was sworn in. Well, not sworn in yet. He is the president-elect, and Kamala Harris is the vice president-elect, because it gives me hope that we can stamp out this, you know what, can't say it here on YouTube, so that we can stop losing people and we can go back to some type of normal life where I can meet some of you guys. See how we're coming? So it's like a cookie dough, but it's a cookie dough that you want to be able to roll. So see some wet here, some dry here again, put the rest in. I think that might do it. It's 10 ounces like the book said, but I didn't do it with lactose-free milk in the book. So a lot of people have asked me if you could put chocolate chips, white chocolate chips. I've tried all of those and I didn't like them, but you can try them and tell me if you like them or not. The taste just didn't go together. I think we're kind of used to this being with just plain or with raisins. So what I want to do, Joe, I want to ask you, Joe's running camera for me. Shout out to Joe. Thank you, Joe, for running camera for me. On me, Joe, on me. You know, Auntie Fee used to say that all the time to her son. On me, on me. So when the camera comes on me. So I want to ask Joe, can I like split this dough in two and put raisins in some and then craisins in some?
Yeah,
and try it? And try it? Okay. So let's take some of it out. We're just going to eyeball it. Oh, this flour is just to flour our hands to roll it off, okay? That's not extra. And we're going to put raisins in this batch. Ooh, it's coming in the flour. It's a bunch of them. Wow, that was a task to take out of that box. Let's work it in to see if that's enough, because we don't want to have more raisins than buns. I think that's enough raisins for this batch. So what I'm going to do right now is stop, wash off my hands, dry them, and when I come back I'll be rolling this batch off and putting it right here on a grease tray. It doesn't look greased because I took the cold butter and greased it, and the oven is up to temperature at 350. I'll be right back, guys. This is my second cookbook. It's called The Pantry Laid Bare, and you're going to want to pick up a copy of this for Thanksgiving because it has a lot of fun recipes. Take a look, guys. Remember to check underneath the video below to find out how to purchase. See, my hands are dry so it goes better. Don't forget to pick up your book, guys. The Pantry Laid Bare. You're going to need that for stuff that you want to make for Thanksgiving. So this is, I'd say, a medium-sized one. Put a little bit more, and this is a large one. And you can get like 15 or 16 of this size, okay? And this is what I'm doing. I'm making a dome to smooth out the top, and then you close in the bottom, and then you roll it like so, and then you put the first one there and you kind of press it a little bit. Pick up another batch, and like if you're on a diet, then do half this amount so that your powder buns can be smaller. Then you can eat a whole one without feeling guilty, okay? So this is a trick that you can do when you're doing stuff on the baking sheet. Put the other one there first. That way you just fill in the gaps, okay? If you start to put them like that, you might mess up and run out of space at the end. Just a little trick. Okay, so I'm just going to roll off the rest of these. And then when I come back, I'll be putting in the craisins, which is dried cranberries. I really want to know what that's going to taste like in here. The last time it tasted fantastic in the bagels. People are texting my phone like crazy right now because when election night came, a lot of my followers and friends and family fell apart and they thought we were going to lose this race. But I watched this man, Michael Steele, former head of the RNC, and he's now part owner or part member of whatever the Lincoln Project, and he said what was going to happen. And exactly what he said was going to happen is exactly what happened. So I had no doubt. I stayed strong. I stayed strong, all right? So I'll be right back, guys. All right, so this is the, oh, this is cherry. It's cherry flavored craisins. Oh, that's different. That's suspicious. See, I know about TikTok, y'all. I need to start putting more stuff on my TikTok, though. I don't know what to put there. Work it in. And then clean off your hands first with some of this flour. You can use gloves if you want, but my hands are clean. Okay, let me wash and dry my hands again, then we're gonna roll this batch off. So I only got, let's move this guy over here. I only got 6 out of that batch. I'm gonna start making them a little bit smaller. Let's start over here first. See that one small already, you saw it, right? So this is a very simple sweetbread type thing for you to put together to do with your coffee or your tea. Sometimes I'll turn it over and spread peanut butter on the bottom. Some people put jelly. Most of the time I just eat it plain. And don't eat too much of this, guys. Thanksgiving is coming up and you want to be able to lose some weight first before the holiday season starts, so that if you mess up you can stand to gain a few pounds. So I did that by accident this week because I was fasting and praying since the day before the elections, and I lost like 5 pounds this week. So I said, oh, I'm going to use that as my jump off point to just continue losing another 10 or 15 pounds before we hit Christmas, because in December I have a lot of celebrations. I have my wedding anniversary on December the 20th. That's going to be 34 years. Actually today, November the 7th, made 34 years since I moved in with Joe and then just planned my wedding for a month and we got married. Joe doesn't know that. Joe, did you remember that, babe? Joe was like, I'm a dude, I remember all that. And then we have Christmas. Then we have Jada's birthday 2 days after Christmas. Jada will be 25. So I have a lot to celebrate in December. There we go. I can get 2 more out of this. So I think I really made those 2 big ones. Well, I always tell you guys you get 15 or 16, but this time we're just going to get like 14. Oh, we might get 15. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. We're getting 14 because some of them are big. But if you make all of them this size right here, you see how fast I roll these off? Because I have practice, child. I have practice. I always remember when we were learning how to make poda bun in home ec class in Belize back in the, I think, late 1970s. And then I don't know if there were some election that happened, but our party, the party I belong to in Belize, did not like the outcome, and there was protesting and rioting, and they came and they broke down the school gate. They told us, the bad boys, they said, because I went to an all girls Catholic school, and they came and they broke down the gate and say, sister, let these kids out, let these girls out. And we ran downtown to go find them. Oh, we were hellraisers. Come on, Joe. So the raisins go there. Let me grab the ones with the craisins. And I'm going to set this timer for like 35 minutes. Let me see what the book says. The book says 35 minutes. Hey, remember my stuff. There are 2 minutes left on the 35 minutes, so let's see. I'm going to go ahead and switch it around. You know what? That doesn't need to be switched around. That's done. That's done. Let's switch this one up here. Let it go for 2 to 4 more minutes. Let me get a wire cooling rack. And thank you, Shanika. Joe, stop stealing my stuff. Thank you, Shanika, for giving me these wire cooling racks that are stackable. There goes my phone again, guys. I stopped it instantly. Let it cool like that for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to take it off. I'm going to take out the other ones in about 4 minutes, okay? I'll be back. So I just let it go 1 more minute, guys. Not 2 more, because Joe likes the poda buns to be a little bit lighter. And it doesn't matter if they get stuck together like this, okay? I'm gonna fire Joe. He dropped the ball just now with the camera, and he was recording the whole time, but he wasn't recording. So see, I took all these off, and then I'm gonna get the raisin ones. You know, in some cultures, this is what I said just now, these buns are called rock buns, especially in the African culture. And I can see why. Look, see? It looks kind of rocky on the top. Right now, like how it's just done, it's kind of crunchy on the top and soft in the middle. But after it sets for a while, if you leave it out and the air touches it, it's gonna get a little bit harder. But if you put it away in a plastic bag, like one of these Costco bag, then it'll stay soft for like a week. Normally when we travel, you know, road trips and stuff, we like to make these, and we make fried chicken. I don't know what it is about the salty from the fried chicken and the sweet from this that we can eat that, drink some water and keep going so we don't have to stop and buy food again. I mean, it's not the healthiest thing. I always let you guys know that, but it's very delicious. So I want to try one. It's still warm, but I want to break this one open and try this one that has the craisins. And I want to get to a spot that has a piece of craisin. I think I could have put more craisin in these. What do you think? See? Right here? Yes. My phone is still going off, guys. My phone is blowing up. I mean, I kept a lot of people going during these past 4 days because I built my faith up. You know, you have to build your faith for when trouble comes. I like it. The Poda Bun sweet, and then the tart of the craisin. I don't know if Jory will like it. Jory, do you like the raisins in the Poda Bun? Yes?
Not crazy.
You didn't taste the craisin yet though, right?
No, we'll try it.
This is really good, guys. So, I wanted to redo this video for a while because the videos that I have on Poda Buns, they're kind of old. And I wanted to show you guys that you can make it with a different milk, lactose milk. But traditionally, it is made with evaporated milk. So, you guys, tell me, what are you doing today to celebrate? Today is November the 7th, 2020, and it's a very momentous day. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, share, and I look forward to your comments below. Bye. Remember, guys, we are not buying this book. Because if you do, the only people that are making money from that book are my ex-distributor and Amazon. Pick up this book instead. This is my Belizean cookbook. It has 120 authentic Belizean dishes that I've done on the show already, but now you can have it in print so you can follow along and your dishes will come out perfect each time. Hot off the presses, this is my second cookbook, guys. It's called the Pantry Laid Bare, and I named it that because I laid everything on the line when I picked the recipes for this book, alright? 111 delicious dishes from basic ingredients. To purchase, just check below on any of my videos and you'll see the different methods of payment and also the shipping. Thanks, guys.
Won't you come and try this warm delight? This is the Bare Pantry Show.